Shalom. While the state of this world is extremely concerning, I am still delighted to deliver another word. I've been overwhelmingly encouraged to bring you messages regarding this world's destruction and Yahuwah's global deluge. Most people know the story of Noah and how Yahuwah sent a divine global flood for judgment upon the earth, and all people and land-dwelling animals were killed except those saved by divine intervention on the ark. In fact, there are many scriptures containing examples of Yahuwah controlling the weather and using it to judge and direct people and nations. In Noah's case, Yahuwah sent a global rainstorm plus eruption of the fountains of the great deep, in which killed all living things on the face of the earth. Let's take a look at this account in Genesis chapter 6, verse 5 through 9. And it reads, "And Elohim saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented Yahuwah that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And Yahuwah said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repent me that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of Yahuwah. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations, and Noah walked with Elohim." The reason that Yahuwah sent a flood, yes, it was the Most High, it wasn't global warming, it wasn't climate change, and it wasn't a weather machine. Yahuwah destroyed the earth with a flood to restore goodness of his creation, and to destroy the wicked and all creatures that lived on land. The world back then was the same as the world is today. And Yahuwah saw that the earth was filled with corrupt wickedness, lawlessness, and violence, and he decided to destroy what he had made. Why would you think that the narrative have changed because we're living in modern day times? You would think that we would read these stories and not make the same mistakes, but that's not the case. We're more wicked in this day and time than ever. Let's read another account where Yahuwah sent great hailstones upon the Amorite army, killing numerous soldiers. This is found in Joshua chapter 10. Starting at verse 9, it reads, "Joshua therefore came unto them suddenly, and went up from Gilgal all night. And Yahuwah discomfited them before Israel, and slew them with a great slaw at Gideon, and chased them along the way that go up to Bethron, and smite them to Azekah and unto Makkedah. And it came to pass, as they fled from before Israel, and were in going down Bethhoron, that Yahuwah cast down great stones from heaven upon them unto Azekah, and they died. There were more which died with hailstones than they whom the children of Israel slew with the sword." Okay, family, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, I posted a little picture here. You tell me, is this not the same hailstones that the Most High slew the Amorites with? I'm just wondering because, hailstones vary in size. Of course, they could have been bigger, but at the end of the day, hailstones are hailstones, right? Unless you can prove to me that these hailstones are something different from what Yahuwah sent back in ancient times, I'm going to have to agree that these are the very same hailstones that the Most High sent down in ancient times. You see, people used to be afraid of the Israelites because they knew that Yahuwah was their power, and that any time they went to war, the Most High was the power behind the Israelites' victory. As you can see here, the Most High killed more of the Amorites with the hailstones than the Israelites killed with the sword. But today, the Most High's power is hidden behind climate change, weather machines, global warming, and anything else that would discredit the Most High's power. You see, they don't want you to know that the Most High takes vengeance on his adversaries by way of tornadoes, hurricanes, droughts, hailstorms, snowstorms, windstorms, etc., etc., and he reserves his wrath for his enemies. Let's look at Nahum, chapter 1, verses 2 through 4, and it reads, Elohim is jealous, and Yahuwah revenge. Yahuwah revenge, and is furious. Yahuwah will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserve wrath for his enemies. Yahuwah is slow to anger, and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. Yahuwah had his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. He rebuked the sea, and make it dry, and dry up all the rivers. Bashan languish, and Carmel, and the flower of Lebanon languish. Yahuwah is all power, and he controls everything. And whenever he feels it's necessary, he will send plagues and judgment upon the land, and cleanse it of sin. Now another one of Yahuwah's plagues is drought and famine. Yes, he can withhold or cause it to rain. Let's look at Amos chapter 4 and 7. And it reads, And also I have withheld the rain from you, when there were yet 3 months to the harvest, and I caused it to rain upon one city, and caused it not to rain upon another city. One piece was rained upon, and the piece whereupon it rained not withered. That's very plain. I mean, do you guys want me to show you another verse? I mean, we can see this happening today. On one side of the world, it is raining and flooding, and on the other side, there's a drought and famine going on. Because Yahuwah said that he can cause it to rain upon one city and withhold the rain in another city, and the piece or the place in which Yahuwah did not allow it to rain, it withered. I'm not confident enough that you guys understand this, so I'm going to go ahead and add some more verses. This is Zechariah chapter 14, verses 16 and 17, and it reads, And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which come against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, Yahuwah of hosts, and to keep the feast of tabernacle. And it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, Yahuwah of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain. As you can see, this is going to be a punishment for all the nations and families upon the face of the earth who decide that they do not want to worship Yahuwah or keep his holy days. So at this point in the video, I would like to be more interactive in the comment section. For anyone who can find verses that says the weather machine, climate change, global warming, or anything else other than Yahuwah is causing all of these natural disasters, famines, pestilence, and droughts, if you can find any other source that's causing this, because so far the Bible is consistently letting us know that the Most High is responsible for all of these plagues. Now, I'm not above correction, and I love to learn new things, especially when it comes to my Elohim. So if you guys know something that I don't know, by all means, please let us know. But I guess if I had to say what I really love about all this is that I can take comfort in knowing that the Most High is in control of everything. I truly believe that if the heathens really had all this power over creation, that we wouldn't even be here today, especially the chosen ones. Have you all ever heard of 100-pound hailstones? Let's read Revelations chapter 16, verses 20 through 21. And it reads, And every island fled away, and the mountains were not found. And there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent. And men blasphemed Elohim because of the plague of the hail, for the plague thereof was exceeding great. So I really want to reference this weight of a talent. It says it's an ancient unit of mass, is estimated to be between 75 and 100 pounds. Okay, so maybe not always 100 pounds, but between 75 to 100 pounds. Imagine you go outside to bring your trash can in, or you're letting your dog out to do his business, or, whatever reason you need to go outside real quick, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a humongous 75 to 100-pound hailstone comes down and hits you on the head. I mean, that's something that we would definitely not survive. Now, this is in Revelations, and one of the plagues that sounds like it's in the future to come. So for those of you who know this, who've read this, who've heard this, when this happens, if we're here, you cannot say that this was the weather machine, climate change, or global warming, or whatever else you want to blame it on, because this is a prophecy that has not come to pass yet. I mean, I don't know about you, but I haven't seen 75 to 100-pound hailstones yet. I mean, we do see hail, but this should also give you a clue that this hail is not coming from anywhere but Yah. Okay, so now we've been talking about all the plagues that the Most High will send because of this wicked world and how we do not keep His commandments. But look how He rewards if we do keep His commandments. I'm telling you, this is the whole reason for His wrath and destruction, is because this world is so wicked. But look what happens when we listen. Deuteronomy chapter 11, verses 13 through 15 reads, "And it shall come to pass, if ye shall listen diligently unto my commandments, which I command you this day, to love Yahuwah your Elohim, and to serve Him with all your heart and with all your soul, that I will give you the rain, of your land in his due season, the first rain and the latter rain, that thou may gather in thy corn and thy wine and thine oil. And I will send grass in thy fields for the cattle, that thou may eat and be full." Well, as you see, the state of the world today, family, all these fast food restaurants, all this poison in the water, in the food, in the air. So even when you have an adequate amount of sleep, you're drinking your water, you're going out getting sunlight, you're eating your fruits and your vegetables, and, thinking that you're doing everything that's right for your body. Well, there's nothing that these wicked people haven't touched. They have poisoned everything: the air, the water, and the food. And because wickedness continues to abound, the Most High have allowed this. We need to be uncomfortable here so that we can get right and inherit the kingdom. It doesn't matter which way you look, it seems like all aspects of life is unnatural. And don't get me started on the women marrying women and men marrying men, and just the entire fall of creation in general. So the Most High is furious, just like He was in the day of Noah, when He had to destroy that world. I hope that we can be counted worthy, those of us who are trying to keep Yahuwah's laws, statutes, and commandments, because I long for the day that this kingdom ends and the new one that's righteous is ushered in. So anyway, this concludes my message for today. May Yahuwah bless you all and keep you safe at this hour. I want to remind you all to visit my store, Art by LaShawn Shop. I now have electronic gift cards in case you want to, instead of buying somebody something, you want to go ahead and give them a gift card and let them pick out their own item. As this has been very helpful for me, because sometimes I don't know what to get people as a gift. So giving them a gift card allows them to pick out their own items. And I want to send a big thank you to all of you who have been purchasing from my store and leaving reviews. That's very helpful so that other people know that my store can be trusted and that the items are actually quality items. I want to let you all know that I also do art commissions. I paint in oil paintings and acrylic paintings, and I do sell original works of art I can paint. Usually whatever I have in digital form, I can transform into an oil painting or an original work of art. I have a number of oil paintings on my walls here in my home. They're beautiful. You don't really see many people with oil paintings, so I feel unique in a way. Anyway, with that being said, you guys have a blessed day, and I will see you in my next video. Shalom.